Hi, I'm Adam Drake from Mugen Seiki Racing. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about engine storage and the use of after-run oil. So I've done a video or two in the past talking about engine storage and the use of after-run oil, where in the past I've used either the Mugen assembly oil or the Novorossi assembly oil. Well, sometimes those two oils can be a little bit difficult to get your hands on, so just want to share with you the oil that I've been using recently, and it seems to work really well. So this is just one of my old Novorossi bottles, but inside it is a mix of Marvel's Mystery Oil, which is available pretty much any auto parts store or stores like Walmart. And so what I do is I mix 80% Marvel's Mystery Oil with 20% WD-40. And the WD-40 will kind of thin it out a little bit, and then WD-40 isn't the greatest lubricant, but it is very good at displacing water. That's where the WD in WD-40 comes from. It's water displacement. So being that I live here in California, we have really, really good weather and we don't have a lot of moisture and humidity. So for me, when it's time to store an engine or put it away for more than a couple weeks, what I like to do is just remove the exhaust cap, make sure that the piston is at bottom dead center, and then I'll apply 6 to 8 drops of the after-run oil. Once that's in there, I'll take and kind of work the piston up and down, just move the piston back and forth to kind of allow the oil to kind of coat any of the moving parts, and also for the oil to kind of settle more towards the bottom of the engine. I won't go all the way over top dead center. I'll just kind of rock it back and forth to, again, allow that oil to kind of come down and coat the moving parts of the engine. And it's also not a bad idea if you want to remove your air filter, put 1 or 2 drops in the carburetor, move the slide in and out, and you should be good to go ahead and store your engine. If you live in a climate where it's really humid and wet and you're not going to race for, more than a few weeks, like say you're living in Michigan and you're pretty much taking the winter off because you're snowed in, it then wouldn't be a bad idea to go ahead and actually remove the backplate, put a couple drops of oil in the rear bearing, and make sure that there's no excess fuel. If you're using a good fuel like the Flashpoint RC fuel, the engine should already have a nice coat of oil from the last time that you ran. But the problem is the nitromethane and methanol will actually try to draw in moisture. So again, if you're in a climate where there's a lot of moisture, it'll try to draw that moisture in the air into the engine and can create some rust on the bearing. With the OS engines, the really nice thing is they have a DLC coated crankshaft, so you're pretty much safe as far as corrosion or rust on the crankshaft, but it's still not a bad idea to use a little bit of oil if you're going to store your engine for more than a couple weeks.